Hello everyone and welcome back to Catherine's Plates, where it's simply delicious. It is so good to see you guys here today. I'm so excited to be able to rewind Catherine's Plates 2021, show you everything that happened throughout the year. And then also, y'all remember in the community post I asked y'all to give me some questions that I could answer during my show. And y'all came through in a big way. So hopefully I can get through some of those with you guys. And y'all want to know what is going to happen in 2022. Y'all gave me a lot of ideas. And you know what? I'm going to be incorporating that into 2022. And I'm also going to show you some of the stuff that's going to happen. Okay, y'all ready? Let's go ahead and get started. All right, I had to get a little refreshment. It is hot in Southeast Texas. It's about 84 degrees today, and it's like 2 days before New Year's Eve. But I think we're going to get a reprieve. We're supposed to get some really cold weather on Sunday. Let's rewind and see what happened in 2021. You guys have been a big part of this. The first thing that I wanted to go over were the cookbooks. Volume 2 came out last year towards the beginning there, and we had a Volume 1. So if you haven't seen these cookbooks, I will link them down below in the description box. If you can't find them there, then go to my recipe blog, catherinesplates.com, and there's a cookbook tab, and you can find both of them there. So I hope you enjoy these books. I really enjoyed making them for you guys. There's another one in the works, and we'll talk about that in the happenings of 2022 later on in this video. At the very beginning of 2021, Catherine's Plates, we were at 52,000 subscribers. Then in May, we hit 100,000 subscribers. I was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, climbing a mountain when we hit 100,000, so we were really excited about that. And when you hit 100,000, you get a silver play button. It's an amazing feat, you guys. You are all a part of this, and so I'm very excited to show this. That happened in May 2021. I did an unboxing of this, and I will link that one down below also. If you can't find it there, then you can just type it into the search box for YouTube Catherine's Plates, and it'll be there for the unboxing of the silver play button. Now that we're at the end of 2021, I am at 167,000 subscribers. So there's a lot of you out there, and I'm super excited to move into 2022 with you all. So along the way, I put out a ton of videos for you guys. And these videos, they're recipes that I cook for my family. And it's based off of meal plans and things that I've never cooked before, because I want to give y'all new things, okay? And so my family gets new things also. The holidays are really fun to cook during or bake during, so I'll show you right here the holidays and then what was made during those holidays. Show you really quick the top 5 videos of 2021. We're going to go ahead now and answer some questions that you had. In a community post a few days ago, I asked you guys if you had any questions that you wanted me to answer for you. during my end of year show. And y'all came through in a big way. There's tons of them out there, so I'm going to try to get through as many as I can. And the first one that comes up is, where do we live? We live in Katy, Texas, which is just a town right outside of Houston. It's in southeast Texas. My husband and I have been here for over 20 years. Yes, we do like living in Texas, and we'll probably be here for as long as we can. It's very warm here, so you just get used to that. Another question is cookbooks. Do I have cookbooks, and where can I find them? Yes, I have these two cookbooks here, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 3 is coming out the first quarter of 2022. It's in the works right now. I also hope that I have a cookbook coming out at the almost end of the year in 2022. And that's my holiday version of cookbook. I've been putting my recipes into it. I just need to get it all straightened out and just in order and stuff. But I'm super excited about that one also. So hopefully by September of next year, October, I'll have that one out. Now you can find these cookbooks also in my recipe blog, catherinesplates.com. There's a cookbook tab there also. Foods I will not cook or I don't like to eat. Well, the big one is mushrooms. I like cream of mushroom soup, but I don't like eating mushrooms whole, sliced, or anything like that. I just don't like it. So I don't tend to cook with them at all, but I will with cream of soups, and plus I will make my husband stuffed mushrooms for the holidays. Another one is fish. You don't tend to see a lot of fish on my channel. In fact, I think we have 2 fish recipes out there on the channel, but I don't eat fish. I don't like to cook it, so we just don't have it here. If they want fish, we generally go out for it. What type of seasonings do I tend to cook with the most and have on hand? Well, it's always going to be salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika. I love having paprika. A little bit of cayenne pepper because my husband likes a little bit of heat added to dishes. And parsley flakes, things like that, yeah. And the main thing for Mexican foods is the taco seasoning that I have. It's a homemade blend that I make, and I have it on hand at all times. And plus, I like the homemade ranch seasoning blend. It's a powder form, and I like to keep that on hand also, and I make my own. I'll link those 2 down below if you want to check those out. What kind of foods do you like to eat but don't make often because your family doesn't care for it? Well, cabbage rolls is a big thing. I love making cabbage rolls, but my husband doesn't like tomato sauce too much, and he doesn't like leftover cabbage, so if I have it in the refrigerator for him later, he just doesn't like it. So that, and meatballs, because I make them all the time, and they don't want them all the time. Okay, what do we got here? Am I a professionally trained chef, or do you just develop recipes in your home kitchen? Okay, all these recipes I just make at home for my family. I was inspired to cook by my mom, and she cooked a lot when we were young, and I was in the kitchen a lot and developed a lot of my flavors from that. So a lot of things that I cook now tend to be from the way she cooked when I was young. Now, my mom was born and grew up in Chicago, so she has more of a northern flair to the cooking, and that's why mine comes out like that. I've had people ask me that, why am I living in Texas or that, and I have foods that don't have really a southern flair to it. So that's why. Do you like to travel, and where do you travel to? Yes, as a family, our favorite place to go is Sedona, Arizona. And then last year we kind of changed it up a little bit, and we went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which we enjoyed because we like to hike a lot. And those are 2 great places to go hiking, a lot of places to go hiking in, so we look forward to that. What do you love to eat but you don't make because it's too labor intensive? Lasagna. I love to make lasagna, but I just, I will tend to make like a 1 skillet lasagna or lasagna soup. You still have the same flavors, but you're just not trying to put it all together like that. I do have a recipe out there for the full-blown lasagna, so if you want to check that out. And also, again, like cabbage rolls. I love cabbage rolls, but they are intensive. And also, I do those in the shorter forms also, like cabbage roll soup and the one skillet cabbage rolls. So if you want to check those out. But like I said, I tend to be the only one to eat them, except besides my son, who loves cabbage rolls. But the second day, nobody likes the leftovers because the cabbage tends to get too mushy. So, what are you going to eat on New Year's Day? Now, generally, we make like meatballs, I saute up cabbage, and we make homemade mashed potatoes. But this year, I changed it up a little bit, and I've made porcupine meatballs. It's got the same flavor profile as a cabbage roll. It's just not wrapped up in cabbage, it's just kind of separated, but it is so delicious. So I made that, I made our homemade mashed potatoes and the sauteed cabbage with the porcupine meatballs. They're so delicious, so easy to make. So I don't know if that video is coming out before this one or after this one, but I hope you give it a chance and check it out. Do you have an apron with your logo on it? Okay, we're going to be merchandising in 2022, and I'll talk about that here in just a little bit. What are your highest rated videos? Okay, let's go and check that one out. Okay, the most top rated video on my channel, Catherine's Plates, is Strawberry Cheesecake Dump Cake. And we have over 690,000 views on that one. The next one was Easiest 2-Ingredient Fudge Recipe, 533,000. And then we had Kool-Aid Pie, which was my vintage recipe, and that was 523,000. We had the taco spaghetti, and that was 498,000. So that was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then cake mix cookies 5 ways, 418,000. Now this was one of my first videos ever to put out. I think it might have been the 4th video that I've ever put out on my channel. Let's answer another question here. Why did you start a YouTube channel? Well, I started my YouTube channel back in April of 2018, and I had just got laid off from a job that I worked at, and I was looking for another job, and then my kids were like, well, why don't you put some videos on YouTube while I was looking for a job, just to give me something to do, because I make a lot of recipes, and they were like wanting me to put it on there. So they showed me how to do it, and I did my very first recipe on there, and it took me 3 days to hit the publish button because I was very nervous about it. And then here we are right now, I think like 800 videos later. Okay, now I'm super excited because we're going to talk about what's happening in 2022. And this will answer a lot more questions that were out there. I just didn't want to answer them at that time because I wanted to do a little segment on 2022. And the first thing that's going to happen in 2022 is we are going to be merchandising. We're going to have aprons, we're going to have t-shirts, a hoodie, there's some cups, and my husband was working on that and getting that one ready to go. So it'll go out, like what, end of January?
Probably mid-January.
Mid-January? So we're looking at the merchandise to be ready to be put out there mid-January. So, and I will do a little video clip of that for you guys in the community post and let y'all know that it's out there if y'all are interested in any of that. Cookbook Volume 3, we talked about that. That's going to go out in 2022. And then also, hopefully, the Holiday Cookbook, which will go out at the end of 2022 before those holidays. All right, I'm also looking forward to doing a tool show for you guys. I want to show you all my favorite tools that I have in my kitchen and how they're used and why I use them so that y'all can enjoy those. And then I look forward to this segment that I'm going to be doing called Making Dishes Skinny. I'm going to be going back through a lot of my dishes on my channel, and I'm going to skinny them up for you. Take a lot of the cream out, a lot of the cheese, and we're still going to give them a lot of flavor for you. So I want to do it for myself, for my family, and I want to do it for you too. It's going to have, these these shows are going to run once a week, and it's going to be a segment called Making Dishes Skinny. So y'all stay tuned for that. It's going to start right ahead in January here coming up. What did my family have for Christmas dinner? Our prime rib. They got some horseradish to go with it. My cucumber radish salad. Joseph's Christmas deviled eggs.
Yay!
My brown sugar butter carrots. Brianna got the cookies out. She made our Christmas punch. Those yummy, yummy rolls. Over here we have the mashed potatoes that my husband made.
Yay!
Those look so good and creamy. I can't do Christmas without the olives. We've got green onions. And then holiday tradition meatballs. I like to make these in the pan and then put them in the crock pot and low and slow them while everything else is cooking. Now that happened a week before Christmas because I wanted my husband to enjoy his prime rib roast. We spent Christmas Day with my brother and his family, and they made and this was Donald, Donna, and their son Elliot, and they made a delicious baked ziti, homemade garlic bread. It was really delicious, and I had brought all the salad fixings, and then they made brownies with a cream cheese filling. So we enjoyed that with them on the 25th and had fun with them. So that's what we did for Christmas. Moving into 2022, I am so inspired for all of the ideas that y'all have given me in the comments. And I go through the comments every day and pull out ideas, recipes that I can make for my family from you guys. I plan on doing more of that in 2022. Christmas gifts that I loved this year. The first one was my cutting board that I got. And it's engraved with Catherine's plates. Simply delicious. Yeah, I was really excited about that. And then the second thing was the arrow grower, which is right back here. I just started it, and it's got herbs all in it. So I'm looking forward to that, because if that works, I'm probably going to get another one and do it with some different types of maybe tomatoes or lettuce. We'll see how this one works out. All right, you guys, I look forward to a whole brand new year coming up, 2022, so I can't do it without you. I'm inspired by you guys, so I hope I make some delicious things for you. Y'all fill up those comments with a lot of good stuff, so y'all keep doing it. We love reading them, and we love to know that you've made the dish and your family loved it, so y'all keep letting us know those things. All right, give me a thumbs up on this video, you guys. I hope I gave you some answers to your questions. If not, just question it again, and we'll answer it on the next video. Okay, guys, I will see you on the next episode.